Inside the 20 by 20 is a dynamic wrestling podcast offering fans a comprehensive recap of the week's top matches, promos, and angles. With new episodes released weekly, this podcast offers wrestling fans with a perfect recap of all the action. Inside the 20 by 20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co. What's going on? We are here with episode 7 of Inside the 20 by 20. I'm your host, Mike Gambino, with none other than
the God Mod, Cross 718.
And our newest member of the Inside by 20 by 20 family.
What's up, fellas? Everybody watching and tuning in. This is Chris Santiago, belt YouTuber, and just all-around 305 native.
Yes, sir. And we are here to discuss 3 huge matches at SummerSlam 2024. All right, guys, let's start off with Liv versus Rhea for the World Heavyweight Championship. What do you guys think of the storyline with Dom? How do you think it's going to play out? Who do you think is going to win? Well, just shoot. Tell me what you think.
Mommy's going to whoop that ass.
Ooh, you think Mommy's going to win?
I think she's going to win.
Oh, she's going to whoop
that ass.
All right, Chris, what about you?
Some kind of shenanigans.
There's always shenanigans. Chris, what about you? What do you think this is going to end up at?
I agree. Rhea is going to mop the floor with Liv. I see Dom betraying Rhea fully, helping Liv retain the Women's World title. Absolutely, positively, for sure.
Wait.
It's going to lead up to next week being like the last week of Dom trying to... Or, I'm sorry, the last 2 weeks. Because SummerSlam's April 3rd. So
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
You're a couple of months off there, guy.
Months off there. I'm still thinking of WrestleMania when our boy Cody won that bad boy right there.
That is very true. That was life-changing.
I definitely see these next 2 weeks being just Dom kind of in the middle kind of way, but you just, we've seen enough to where we can totally see Dom being that old POS that is going to sway back to Rhea's side a little bit, but then right as they're back at the title picture come SummerSlam, he's going to yank that rug from underneath her feet.
Remember,
I agree.
Hold on. During Raw,
who's going to win it?
During Raw, Rhea did tell him, she doesn't belong to anyone, but he belongs to her.
Correct. But that's where then Liv comes back into play, where all she's been is Daddy Dom. Dom, you basically own me kind of thing. It's the role reversal there.
Listen, I think she got something going on with Finn on the low.
Listen, do you blame her?
I mean, Finn did take the hotel key that one night. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't blame Finn either.
That's cool.
But let's be real. I think Liv is going to beat Rhea, and it will be with Dom's with his help, of course. Yeah. Of course, I'm all about Mommy, and I know Mommy would, it will wipe the floor with her. But in the end, I think Liv's going to come out on, Liv's going to retain and come out on top. This isn't going to be a one-off. This is going to be 3 matches. This is going to go off. This is going to keep long. This is going to be a long-term storytelling.
What you're saying is we're going to have a Dom on a pole match.
Listen.
Hey, custody of Dom. It can still happen.
It's happened before. It was on a ladder. It was in a ladder match, but
it could happen. Could you imagine they actually pulled off the old
cage above the ring,
like the freaking Shark Tank hanging above the ring, and the person has to crank down the cage.
Was that RoboCop? RoboCop was in the top, right? Sting had to save RoboCop back in the day.
But I need them to continue the story only because Sophia and I are going to Monday Night Raw in 3 weeks when it comes to Fort Lauderdale. So I need them to keep that story on because I need Sophia to see Rhea Ripley live because she loves her.
Yeah, well, I would want. I want to see her live too.
I want to see her too.
Yeah. I want to see her live too. I just want to see her on TV as much as possible. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next match.
You saw live at Mania Night too.
I know I I did. I want to keep seeing it.
He wants to be closer this time.
Much closer.
That show that we're going to is going to be the best show as far as seating wise goes. We copped great tickets for under $100.
Oof, it's out of state prices. That's what it is.
For the first row, if here's the ring, we're like in the corner section, but we're like front row right there.
Oh, damn. That would cost at least $1,600 at MSG. All right, so on to the next match. Damian versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cross, I know you're a Damian fanboy, and you're going to say Damian is going to win it, of course.
No. Hold on.
He's well earned being a heavy fanboy.
Even though he is my El Campeón.
Of course, naturally.
I'm going to have to say Gunther winning would be a well-deserved win.
Ooh.
Well, I would like to see Damian walk out as El Campeón again. I'm being realistic and say, hey, put the strap on Gunther. He can probably do more with it than Damian could at this time.
So with me, I'm my back's against the wall, right? Well, not my back's against the wall. I think WWE put themselves against the wall with this because I'm enjoying Damian's run. He's doing great as a champion, but Gunther can't have a third loss, right? This will be his third loss in a row. And building him up as such a powerhouse as, as the IC champ for 666 days, to have him lose 3 times in a row.
It wouldn't be a third time in a row.
No, it wouldn't be. Right. He won it. Was it King of the Ring, right?
Yeah, he won King of the Ring.
But
and he won all the qualifying matches going into that too. So
yeah.
Oh, all right, guys.
He hasn't lost since Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't lost.
Did he lose? He lost.
No. He lost to Sammy, and that was it. Then he was out for a couple of weeks, and then he came back and won the King of the Ring.
Yep.
All right. I think, all right. All right. You know what? You guys discuss. I'm going to do some research and prove myself wrong. Well, there you go. There's also another pay-per-view coming up in Berlin in August.
Yeah.
And who you think he's going to win that? Is he going to have another loss?
It would be a well-deserved win for Gunther. I think he, as a dominant heel, would be a good champion. Because right now, Damian is more or less the tweener. He's not really face, not really heel. But Gunther would be the dominant heel champion that title needs.
Right.
So it's coming up at the end of August. It's going to be at August 31st. So we're going to have SummerSlam in the beginning of the month. And then this finishing off the month. Is Damian going in as champ, or is
my only
Gunther going in?
The King General.
My only thing that I can see going down is because right now, here's the thing. The story of Damian with the world title right now is what's kind of leading towards the breakup of Judgment Day, right?
Yes.
So now, no one's ever said yet, and I'm very surprised at this, online or even right here, right now. No one has said anything about Gunther losing clean. There could always be a screwy finish that would lead to Bash at Berlin that would then have Gunther win the world title
in Berlin.
Which you have to think about it 2 ways. One, yes, you can have him win at one of the big 4 of the year, which is SummerSlam. You could definitely do that. It's a very easy thing to do. But how much more of a pop do you think he would get in Berlin as compared to Cleveland, Ohio?
I agree, but we also have to take into consideration that there's someone trying to get back in the world title scene, and he has a certain Brooks in his way. So we don't know how that story is going to play out, how that might interfere with Gunther's title picture.
All right, so hold on, just real quick. I looked it up.
Jam did research.
I did research. So Gunther lost at Mania to Sami Zayn. Correct. He then lost 4 at 4 house shows.
We're not talking house shows.
There were fatal 4-ways. Then he lost. Then he lost at
a clean loss. That's house shows.
Then he lost at another house show. But then he actually lost on SmackDown on May 10th against Jey Uso via disqualification. Just saying.
That's not clean.
And it was a dark match too.
It's a dark, exactly.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right. No, guys, you're right. All right. So in the end, what are you guys saying? I'm thinking Gunther's gonna lose. I'm saying Gunther's losing at SummerSlam and winning it at Berlin.
Yeah, I agree. I see Damien retaining because then that would lead to Berlin.
And
Listen,
Cross.
I want my champion to keep being champion, but Gunther might win. Not saying he will, but he might win.
All right, so let's move on to my champion now, the undisputed.
Excuse yourself. Our
WWE Undisputed
Champion.
World Heavyweight Champion,
The American Nightmare.
Cody frickin' Rhodes versus that other guy. What's his name? Solo?
Alone.
The wannabe tribal chief.
The wannabe tribal chief. The guy who's not Roman Reigns. So I don't know if I'm enjoying this storyline. It's good.
I don't like it. I don't.
It's good. It could be better.
Yes.
But how could it be better? No, hold on. Let's get into that topic a little bit. How could it be better? Because they're kind of going with what they got right now, and they got to show the pros and cons of it.
They got to show Cody. They're showing. I don't want to say they're showing Cody as weak because it's 4 people jumping him every week, but it seems like it's the same ending to SmackDown every week right now.
Yes.
And that's why I feel it's kind of weak storytelling. I want to see, you know what? Beat the shit out of him 1 week. I'm fine with that. I'm all for it. I don't mind my champion getting beat up because even Spider-Man gets beat up, in the comics. But I want to see him come. But I want to see him come back and whoop some ass at the end of the show. Like, you know what? Like, have him beat up everybody at one night, and have him standing. Wait, what did we used to say back in the day? Standing tall in the ring. What was it?
Standing tall, yes.
Standing tall in the ring and just looking off, you know?
I mean, the way I see it is he is the grandson of a plumber. Why doesn't he have a wrench help him whoop their asses?
Ooh. Right, like...
dude, channel grandpa just pull out the wrench and just knock him out a few times. You know what I'm saying?
But I think Cody's taking this. It's gonna, if it's a clean match, he's taking it.
It's no question.
Unless it's going to be a DQ and somebody returns.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be a DQ in Solo's favor either.
True,
but how?
A certain tribal chief can return for vengeance for his wise man.
It wouldn't happen during the match, so not with Roman. No, it would probably happen
after or before, or it may happen during, depending on the situation, the lead up.
Yeah.
Seriously though, I don't think Roman's coming back. I think for Roman to come back, we need to see the Usos reunite. So we need to see Jimmy come back, the Usos reunite, and the Usos get their asses whooped by the new bloodline. Once every one of Roman's family members or old bloodline got beat, Heyman's already out of the picture, then I could see Roman coming back. I see Roman coming back, defending the entire bloodline 1.0, not just... It just happened to be, what's his name?
But technically, they all got beat up except for Jay. I mean, Jimmy got beat up when Tangaloa came in.
Paul got beat up a couple weeks ago. The only person also... Now, and that also brings up another good point, too. When they do this Bloodline Civil War... Again, 2.0, because they've already done Bloodline Civil War 1. But now when they do actual Bloodline 1 versus Bloodline 2, do we get Sami Zayn involved?
No, I think
it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. He's been so far removed from the Bloodline. I mean, the only way they could probably do it is if with their new signing of Hikuleo, if he joins the Bloodline, and then they need a 5th, it could be Sami, or it could be... that douche final boss guy.
Who would? Because the thing is, they're already outnumbered. Because if you're looking at
Dwayne,
it's only 3. You have Roman and the two and Jimmy and Jay. Solo already has Solo, Tama, Tonga, Jacob, and potentially now this new guy. That's 5 against 3. So they need to even out the odds.
I still say Cody's going to be one of the guys.
Hold on. But honestly, since his return from New Japan, Tangaloa hasn't done not a goddamn thing. He's more like a manager nowadays.
No, he gets physical though.
He gets physical, but I haven't seen him in a match. Like him and Tama with the Gorillas of Destiny, and they haven't tagged not once.
So with that, I see Gorillas of Destiny versus the Usos happening before Roman coming back.
That I can see. That I want to see.
I mean, Cody's going to win.
Who do you think is going to win?
Well, you know who the hell I think is going to win. I said Cody was going to win, and it's going to be, and we might have a DQ involved. Because we know
Cody's retaining for sure. They're not having him drop the solo.
He can't lose the solo. Solo doesn't even have a win freaking streak.
You know who I think is going to win? I think the fans are going to win.
The fans are going to win, right?
The fans are going to win.
Nah, screw.
Win.
The fans don't deserve it. No, I'm kidding. The fans do deserve it. But let's be real. With everything going on in wrestling today, the fans have been nothing but winning left and right. So wrapping up, we are saying Cody's taking it versus Solo. We are up in the air with Damien and Gunther, and we all agreed Liv is taking it from Rhea. And until next week, and families and friends, as always, until we eat again. Thank you for joining us. New episodes of Inside the 20x20 will be posted on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts every Monday morning. Inside the 20x20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. For business inquiries, please email inside the 20x20 at gmail.com.